I'm CJ Prodigy, an FC player and content creator, and I'm going to show you 5 different tips in depth that will completely transform your gameplay going into FC26. Tip number 1, anticipating. So before we get into it, I'm going to show you my settings that I use for defending. Now go down to defending, clearance assistance, I have directional, I use advanced defending, my auto switching is on air balls and loose balls, my auto switching move assistance is on none. My right stick switching is on classic. So right stick switching sensitivity, I use it on 4. Next player switching, closest to ball. Reaction time calibration should be off, player lock on. Now those are my defending settings. Now, anticipating. You need to start predicting and defending what your opponent wants to do even before they do it. Now, just like here, where I see my opponent wants to play a through pass, right? So I flick my right stick into my defender and then I track the run. Now you can see I flick my right stick even before he makes that pass because I can already see the player, his striker, going on the run. So I'm anticipating and I'm defending it even before he does it. And now when he makes the pass, my defender is already there. I do the same thing here where I flick my right stick to my center back to track the run, as you can see here, while secondary pressing. Now, what you can see is I'm tracking the run of the player running into my box, right? While I'm secondary pressing. Secondary pressing is basically just holding your finesse button, right? So I flick my right stick into my center back, right? And then I'm tracking that run, running backwards, right? With my defender, and then I'm secondary pressing. Now that secondary press player is going to automatically cover the person with the ball, right? So while the attacker now sees that the person he wants to pass to is being covered, he has to change his mind, he has to change his decision, right? But while I'm secondary pressing, I don't give him that time to change his mind, right? So just like that, he makes a wrong pass and I win the ball. Tip number 2, make all your passes. I can't stress this enough on how important this is. It is the most underrated aspect of your gameplay, and it is the difference between a pro player and a casual gamer. Stop forcing your passes and making rash decisions. Rather, take the ball back if you need to. Keep possession. I'm going to show you an example of my gameplay here and how I can score a goal through making all my passes. So here I have the ball. Simple X passes. If it's not clear, I'm not passing the ball, right? I'm not afraid to take the ball back, as you can see here. I send that on the run, it's not clear, I still take the ball. Send that player on the run, right? Beating my opponent to defend that run. Now, all this passing, right? He's taking his players out of position. That's one thing you should know about passing. You can pass with intent. You are doing it to make the opponent take his players out of their positions. So you can see here, I finally pass and then low driven. But that goal comes from me being patient enough. I'm not trying to force my passes. I'm not trying to make harsh decisions, right? I'm just keeping the ball, maintaining possession, and then a goal will come out. Another example of what I'm talking about when I say make all your passes. Now, watch how I build up even from my goalkeeper. So I get the ball, head it back. I'm basically keeping possession. Make a pass, player lock, right? Just keep on going, keeping the ball, not forcing it. I'm not afraid to take the ball back like this, right? And then an easy finish. And you can see that it all comes from me just keeping possession and playing simple. Tip number 3, avoid sprinting in the middle of the pitch, and when receiving the ball, let go of your sprint button, as it makes you take heavy touches like this. See here, he wins the ball, right? And then you can see what I'm talking about, anticipating. I switch to my winger even before he makes that pass, right? And then I'm trying to defend that player. As you can see there, he takes a heavy touch because he's holding his sprint button, right? So whenever you want to receive the ball in the middle of the pitch, let go of your sprint button. Other things you can do to avoid sprinting in the middle of the pitch is you can use your L1 movements. you can use your elbow movement, or you can use your controlled sprint movement. But avoid sprinting in the middle of the pitch, or avoid holding your sprint button while receiving the ball, because it makes them take touches like this again, right? And it makes it easy for your opponent to win the ball back. Now, tip number 4, you need to know the play styles that all your players have. You need to know the attributes basically of all your players, down to the weak foots, the skill moves, their individual play styles such as jumping. You need to know every single one of them for all your players, because it helps you when you have to make important decisions wherever you find yourself in the middle of the pitch. For example here, player lock, right? And then first time through ball. Now, I have a one-on-one chance here, and I do this type of finish. Right, now that's called the ball low driven trivela, right? And the reason I can do that, or I know I can do that with that player, is because I know that my striker, which is Dembele, right, has the low driven play style and the trivela play style. Now, for you to do that finish, you need to have the low driven play style plus, and then you need to have either the base or the gold trivela. So that's what I do there. But the only reason I can score a goal like that is because I know the playstyle that my player has. I can decide to do a finesse shot there and to still work, because my Dembele also has a finesse shot plus. Now, I also know that when I want to recycle, so I pass the ball here to my left back, down into my DMs, and then quick passes. Now, the reason that pass is so effective is because I know that my DMs have the ping pass playstyle plus, right? So when I pass the ball here to my Matuidi, I play a first time ping pass, right? Now the pass goes so well because my Matuidi, my DM, has the tiki-taka plus playstyle, which means that he can play first time passes very accurately, right? And he also has the ping pass playstyle, which means he can play ping passes also very accurately. So here I don't need to hold the ball, right? I can just play first time pass and it goes straight into my striker, and then I have an easy finish. Before I get into the last tip, I'm going to need you all to like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can finally get to 1,000 subscribers. Finally, tip number 5, play to the meta. Whether it's first time through balls, skill spams, or player locks, you need to find out whatever meta it is on FC26 and play to it. Learn how to score goals through it and also learn how to defend it. Just like here, where I see the setup for the first time through pass, and then I play it. And just like that, easy finish, the ball roller driven trivela. I do it here as well, where I skill spam and then I play a lock, and it sets up a very beautiful finish. As I've said, I've shown you 5 different tips that you need to know going into FC26. Now what you can do is slowly integrate these into your gameplay and watch your gameplay elevate to the next level. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment on what you want to see next, and also subscribe so we can finally get to that 1K subs. Peace.